Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Coogan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
you get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.
This is Umar Ahmed for IFLTV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm joined by Daniel Toward. I believe it's the first time on IFLTV for yourself. Your manager, Sam Jones, was telling me about yourself, and he believes he's going to back you as your manager, but he really does genuinely believe you're going to be one of the best fighters this country produces. And for people who follow the amateur circuit heavily will know about yourself, Dan, but a lot of the viewers watching this won't know too much about yourself. So why don't you give us a little bit of an introduction about your amateur pedigree, mate?
So box of the Berkeley Boxing Club, always have 82 amateur fights, 8 losses, 74 wins, 10-time national champion, and boxing the GB squad, and just awaiting to make my pro debut, same with Sam Jones, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, with that amateur pedigree, one might be tempted to wait out, not turn pro, and go to the Olympics. So how comes you've decided to turn pro, Dan?
So I had recent success at the senior ABAs, got put in the GB squad, and obviously I was like you could say like the newest on the squad at the time. The weights changed as well. I boxed at 75 as an amateur, had to move down to 71, and all the weights are packed now. With kids, and obviously the qualifiers are coming around. Like I said, with being the newest on the squad, I didn't go to the first one. I just thought, why wait about? And the opportunity might never come, and just get a head start, turn over pro. If you'd asked like a young Dan Toward, like walking in the gym, the dream was never to be an Olympian. I know that was like one that come along the way, but it was always like get to the top in the pro ranks. That was always the goal, and I just thought, let's go for it now.
Dan, what makes you believe that you turning over the professional style is going to suit you? Because there are different things, the amateur game and obviously the professional game, very different. So you believe sort of the professional style is going to suit you hands down?
Definitely. I think I've always boxed with a pro style. I see the amateurs as more of it's like a sprint, them 3 rounds. Sometimes you're only just getting into it, whereas at the pros, you build it up. I'll be starting on 6s, then it jumps to 8s, 10s, 12s. And I think I've always had a pro style. It's just about making them little adjustments, isn't it? About being able to go through the gears, sitting on shots a little bit more. But I'm working on things in the gym, and looking forward to it. I think I bring something new, something different. I think people will really take to my style once they get to watch me.
What weight do you reckon you'll turn over at, mate?
So I boxed at 75 as an amateur. My last few fights, like I say, the weights change on GB. I boxed at 71. I think I could make 154. I'm only young though, I'm 21. I think I'll end up filling out, and I'll end up being a middleweight. But I think for my first few years, I boxed at 154, super welter, light middle.
Right, okay. How would you describe your style as well? And is there any sort of fighters that you look up to, past or present, that you take things from and base your style off a little bit?
I take a little bit from everyone, but I'll be honest, if you've ever watched this as an amateur, I'm sure a lot of people would say this. My style is very different to everyone else. I'm everyone's worst nightmare. Awkward, elusive, counter puncher, southpaw, but I can, a lot like I say it's counter puncher, but I can't change it up. If I've got to, I can have a tear up, I like the crowd, please. But I'd say my style is different, like say is.
We've seen the likes of Lewis Ritson and Josh Kelly emerge and become sort of headline acts over the last few years. But before that, Northeast boxing wasn't really in a good place. But since Ritson and Kelly, there's been numerous fighters turning over recently. You've obviously got the McCormacks, Cam, obviously, who's managed by Sam as well, like yourself. Loads of others as well. What do you think's brought that resurgence back into the Northeast with boxing?
Exactly like you said, if you even 5 years ago, never mind 10, if you look back, there was no big shows in the Northeast. Obviously, Ritson's paved the way. Like you said, you've got Kelly, you've got Pat, Cyrus as well, Callum French. They're like the older lot. Like I say, they're paving the way for the younger lads from the Northeast. And I think, it's flying at the minute. It's the best it's ever been. I just think it's like a golden era, and I could definitely see Northeast boxing being, the main city in the country for pro boxing. See some big titles and big nights coming there.
Well, definitely for yourself, it's really good, because if all you guys come up together, then sort of the fan bases are going to grow together up there.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's got a huge football fan base as well. That's the thing about the North East. They like to get behind their own, and I think, you know, the boxing's just been missing. The boxing's been missing someone, you know, to take that as well. Like you know, like I said, they had Ritson, but so much like for the younger lads to come through and you know, take over sort of thing. But I think now, like I say, there's a lot older lads paving the way. The younger lads are coming through, and it's be some huge nights. Definitely.
Are you Newcastle or Sunderland?
I'm Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Okay. So I think it's just Josh Kelly who's Sunderland. I think the rest are Newcastle. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think. Yeah, like you say, Kelly, he's definitely a Sunderland lad, and the rest of I think majorities. Yeah.
Is that the dream one day? I know it's a far sort of thing from reality now, but you know, down the line, headlining, you know, a world title defence or something at St James's Park.
Yeah, I've dreamt of that from being 8-year-old. You know, walking in the boxing gym. You know, or like sitting up late nights on a Saturday night with my dad watching the boxing, watching other people headline shows and like the home football stadiums. Of course, that's the dream, and I believe I can get there. Do you know what I mean? With the right. I know I've got a good management, a good team around us. I know they'll push us as fast as I need to be pushed, but I believe I can get there 100%.
And promotionally, what's your situation at the moment? Are you talking to several promoters? What's going on?
Yeah. So yeah, like I say, my management is Sam Jones. Obviously, I train at Berkeley. I've spoken with a few promoters, and like I said, I'm only young, 21. I just want to get out there, stay active, get busy, and obviously get the most coverage that I can. So there'll be things announced soon. I think probably in the next week or so, there's something will get announced, and yeah, just looking forward to getting the ball rolling and get started.
And whoever gets your signature, whatever promoter is, yeah, I'm sure you believe they won't be regretting it down the line.
100%, 100%. I'll deliver 100%.
How do you think? Obviously, this is in the hands of your promoter and Sam Jones, your manager. But how do you think you're going to be matched?
Sorry, as in like
how quickly do you think you can sort of climb up that ladder? Are you going to be matched quickly, in your opinion, or do you think people are going to take you to themselves?
With all due respect, I think I beat a lot of these kids already who are out there. You know, with all due respect, I believe I can be a world champion in 3-4 years' time. You know, I believe I can get there. But like I say, that's up to my management. They'll push us as fast as I need pushed. But if it's up to me, I'd be hiding the deep end straight away. You know, I don't want to have a record of 20-0 fighting journeymen and putting people over. You know, I want the big fights. I want the names on my record. You know, I want to build myself up, not just known as, you know, like I say, someone who's just fighting everyone. I want to get there as fast as possible, but with taking the right fights and fighting the good kids who were there as well at the time.
I think with your style as well, that it's going to be sort of a fan-friendly style for television as well.
Exactly, yeah, definitely. I think the boxing fans will take to my style. You know, like I say, it's something different.
Okay, well, something different sounds good and interesting. We look forward to it, Dan. I'm sure we're going to have plenty more conversations down the line on IFL for your journey. And yeah, wish you all the best. And yeah, we'll have a catch up once you get some news on your promotional deal. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers, Dan. Bye, mate.
Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Kugan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher, and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
You get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.